There is a FTK deck that exists only in Duel Links, and that is Magical Merchant FTK. This is a 2-card FTK needing only a single copy of Magical Merchant and a Book of Tayo in your hand. So once you get these 2 cards in your hand, it is a guaranteed FTK. So this FTK only works in Duel Links. It does not work in your TCG, and it does not work in Master Duel. And the reason for that is because it requires a specific skill that we are using. And it is called Revolution with Courage and Strength. You might not have heard of this skill before because it is pretty unremarkable. It is actually a pretty new skill. It came with the Mechlord card box, because that card box also contains Lifestream Dragon, which is a level 8 Synchro Monster that is also a tuner. We will be using this card in our extra deck just so that we can use this skill. So what this skill does is you can use 2 effects once per duel. The first one lets you reveal Lifestream Dragon and add 3 equipped spells to the bottom of your deck. And the second effect is send 1 face-up double tool you control to the graveyard, and you can play a level 1 tuner, which is Morphtronic Lantron, to your field in attack position. And while that card is on your field, you can only synchro summon Power Tool Synchro Monsters or level 7 or 8 Dragon type Synchro Monsters. So the reason why we are using this skill is only because of its first effect. We will not be using its second effect. And the first effect allows us to put 3 equipped spells at the bottom of our deck. And that is the only thing that matters, because if we actually go and look at Magical Merchant's effect, it allows us to excavate cards from the top of your deck until you excavate a spell or trap card, and then you add that card to your hand. And the rest goes to the graveyard. So the way we will be flipping it is, of course, using our Book of Tayo. So you will first of all set Magical Merchant face down, and then you will activate Book of Tayo to flip it up, and then you will be excavating your entire deck. Since we are not playing any other spells or traps other than our single copy of Tayo, the only remaining spells or traps in our entire deck will be the 3 equipped spells that we added to the bottom of our deck. So this guarantees us to excavate our entire deck. So it will be able to send every single card, every single monster in our deck to the graveyard. And that is actually really, really powerful. And we can use that to do an FTK. So if you look at our deck right now, we are playing a bunch of normal monsters. All of the Ojama monsters are optional. They are just placeholders because you don't actually need 20 cards for the FTK to work. But you need 20 cards to even build a deck and use it. So we're just gonna use some random cards. You can use whatever you want. I just like Ojamas because they look funny. And same for the extra deck. So again, you don't need the Ojama King, but you need everything else. And the Dark Magician could be any dark monster. It doesn't need to be Dark Magician, and it just needs to be dark. So you need a dark monster because your copy of Chaos Betrayer will need to banish a dark monster. And the rest is pretty simple. So basically, the game plan of this deck is to summon Catapult Turtle, and then make Gustav Max, burn your opponent for 1000, rank up into Libe, make Libe's attack 6000, and then tribute your 6000 attack Libe to deal half of its attack to your opponent. So that is 3000 damage. So 1000 plus 3000 is exactly your starting life points. So that makes your FTK work. And also, obviously, that doesn't work if your opponent is using a skill that increases their life points, like Life Point Boost Alpha. Obviously, those won't work. Well, our deck doesn't work against those skills, but otherwise, this deck is pretty consistent if you are able to get the 2 cards in your hand. So what the skill essentially does is it guarantees our combo to work every single time if we draw Magical Merchant. Because if we don't have our skill, we will have to gamble, we will have to bet that we don't accidentally excavate a spell or trap card too early, otherwise we can't mill every single monster that we want to be in the graveyard. So yeah, that's basically the deck. I actually have a replay that I have saved to show how the deck works. Yep. I have played this deck for quite some time in King of Games, and I have managed to win a single game. And I have recorded the duel. And the reason why I haven't used this deck earlier is because I didn't have Livestream Dragon. I just got it a while ago, so I can finally play this FTK deck. Okay, so basically, combo starts off with us using our skill, obviously, to add the spells to the bottom of the deck, and then we will flip up a copy of Magical Merchant with our Book of Tyre. And then since we don't have any other spells or traps other than the 3 equipped spells that we added from our skill, we will be excavating every single monster from our deck. So that will take a bit of time because the excavating is 1 by 1, and yeah, we will have to wait for the monster cards to all be sent to the graveyard. Okay, that's the spell, and then now we will begin our combo. First we'll summon the Sokius, which is level 6, and then we will banish the Light and Dark for the Chaos Betrayer. So that's also the reason why you need to play the Dark monster, so you can banish it to summon Chaos Betrayer. So now we have 2 level 6 monsters. We can Exceed Summon M7. Totally M7 will recycle the Lavinia, and then we'll banish, before we banish the monsters, we'll revive Jet Synchron to make Formula Synchron. So that is a level 2 tuner. But now we can banish 3 light monsters to summon our Lavinia, and that will revive our Catapult Turtle, so it is on our field. So we'll start making level 10 monsters to make our Exceed. So we'll Synchro Summon a level 10, and then we'll use the effect of Rosenix to put a token on our field. And since the M7 and the token are both machines, we can link them into Anger Knuckle. So we can use the effect of Anger Knuckle to send itself to revive a level 10 chain. So now we have 2 level 10s, we could make Gustav Max. And now we overlay into Gustav Max, we deal 1000, and then we rank up into Libe. And Libe will increase its own attack to 6000, and then we will tribute it and deal the remaining damage. Oh, full combo, full combo, full combo. Wait, activate skill. I always forget to activate skill before I do my combo. Because, for some reason I just always forget about that. So now we have full combo. Book of Tyre, flip open our merchant, please don't scoop, and then now we mill our entire deck. I'll probably speed this part up when I'm editing the video. It's just so long, it's so boring. And also, like, half of the cards that we mill aren't even useful. We actually don't need to discard our Lavinia because the 2 level 6 that we make are actually just to recycle our Lavinia. But we're gonna do it anyway, just for the combo. Well, we still have to make the Ptolemy M7 because we need a machine. Right now we have M7, and we can just get back the Ravani that is in the graveyard. Normally it will be in the graveyard because you excavate it from Magical Merchant, but for some reason we drew it. but it doesn't really matter because we could still discard it with our Sulkius. Okay, now we Synchro summon Formula Synchron. There it is. And then we draw a card because why not? And then banish 3 light monsters. Pioneer. Revive a monster. And then we Synchro summon. And then we activate Rose Snakes. We get ourselves a machine token. And then we link into Link 2. And then we activate Knuckle. We send Knuckle. We revive Derek Crane. And then boom. Good stuff, Max. Please don't scoop. No, why does he scoop? Why does everyone scoop at this exact moment? No. Okay, I'm done with this. I'm done with this deck. I'm not gonna play anymore. I'm not gonna play this deck anymore.